Hello, my name is Elizabeth Hernandez Cuesta. I'm a community relations facilitator at Oregon State University, and I'm here to talk about systems of inequality and privilege. It is important to recognize how identity can be powerful and complicated. There is personal identity, which people choose for themselves, but there is also identity which society assigns to people and cultural groups. When society defines a person's identity, it does so by assigning labels based on how that person does not fit into a dominant group in the social ideal. Those individuals are placed into subordinate positions based on the labels that mark them as other. We all have multiple identities in the form of our religious beliefs, sex, race, age, ability, sexual orientation, and socioeconomic status. However, these identities do not stand alone. They intersect with each other and affect the marginalization of each and every person. For example, a person might have intersectional identities based on their gender, race, and sexual orientation. Depending on their location, their identity might alienate and marginalize them for the dominant group, which is typically white heterosexual upper-class men. Society has a lot of power over the individual. By assigning identities, it separates people into two groups, dominant and subordinate. Those with power versus those without. Social inequality is perpetrated in a number of ways. Through the media, which shapes views and beliefs, through imagery and storyline about different individuals and groups who may not fit the dominant ideal, and through personal interactions which have the power to influence how individuals view themselves and others and how they view their place within the social hierarchy. It is important to recognize the power and dangers of identity. A person's identity can determine their level of social power. For instance, a rich, white, heterosexual, English-speaking male has more status or power in our society than a poor Mexican, American, lesbian, Spanish-speaking female. Additionally, it can determine their access to opportunities and resources. Other forms of inequality include racism, classism, sexism, ableism, and ageism, to name a few. But it is equally important to recognize that a person's identity is never simply one thing, and that a person can occupy positions of privilege and disadvantages simultaneously. Well, that's it, everybody. Thank you for watching my introduction video to Systems of Inequality. I hope you all enjoyed it.